What's going on, guys? Your boy is back again with another video tutorial of a challenge of make a person in the intermediate algorithm scripting section of FreeCodeCamp. Alright, so what does this say to us? Fill in the object constructor with the following methods. So these are all the methods that we need to be implementing. Alright, and then it says run the tests to see the expected output for each method. Cool. The methods that take an argument must accept only one argument and it has to be a string. These methods must be the only available means of interacting with the objects. And typical statement, remember to use read, search and ask if you get stuck. Try to pair program and write your own code. Alright, so let's start by building all these methods first. So I'm gonna lay out all the methods and then come back to their implementations. Okay, so let's do this. There's the get full name and we need get first name. Alright, do this. Yep, that's done. Get last name. Alright, and we already have get full name over here at the front by default, so we're gonna skip that one and we're gonna come down to set first name now, which is this. So set first name, there we go, and remove this argument from here and put this over there first. Alright, and set last name as well. Oops, my bad, that's the wrong one. Copy and paste this one and change the function name to last name, then the parameter to last as well, and then the set full name as well. Okay, set full name, and here we can say full name. Alright, so now that our method bodies are out of the park, let's start implementing it. So when it says get full name, what do we want to expect? The full name of a person. Okay, so should return Bob Ross. So essentially what we can do is return this parameter over here straight away. Okay, easy done. That's the first one done. If we run our test, the get full name should pass. Ah, perfect. Yep, get full name is passing, last name as well. Should return undefined. Cool. So these are returning undefined because we haven't yet implemented any of these methods. So get first name, how will we return first name? So because this is a string, so I'm going to use a JavaScript method called split to split the string by space. Okay, so I'm going to do first and last dot split and split it by the space. So and so this line will give us the name in the array format. So Bob will be the 0th index of the array and Ross will be the first. Let's check if it really does give us that. So yep. So I'm gonna just console.log this and see what do we get. Oops. Oops. Nah. So nah, they shouldn't really give us that. So we would just do just to return. So essentially what this will give us the this format here. So this is Bob and this is Ross. Okay, so we're accessing the 0th index here, so it will give us Bob, which is our first name. All right, so this one being done, and sorry guys, I'm just cleaning my glasses at the moment. It's a bit hard to see from all the scratches and all that, but anyway, let's continue. So we want to access the last name. We're going to use exactly this accessing of this string, and instead of the first value, we're going to access the second value, which will give us Ross. Okay, and then it's saying us to set the first name. How are we going to do that? We're gonna update this first and last name to so first and last name. Oops, first last. So we want to set the first name. So we're gonna set the first name, first and last to the first parameter passed there, and then plus the first and we're gonna give it the last index, which is here. So this is setting our first name that was passed here, a brand new one, and then the last name is the same. So in this case it will be Haskell Ross, which is set first name Haskell. Yep, which will be this one, Haskell Ross. Alright, how? Because we've just updated so this one stays the same. Yeah, just updated in for the person class. We are updating only the first name. So instead of Bob, we are replacing it with Haskell, which is passed here according to the test cases. Alright, we should be here. I'll just try and show you guys. Get name, Bob Ross. Get first name, get set. Yep, here. So when we pass in Haskell for this set first name, it should return Haskell Ross because the last name of that um, parameter hasn't changed. Okay, and similarly, we're gonna pass in the last one. Update the last name as well. So we're gonna update the original variable. Say no. Say first name would be our the 0th index one, and then plus last, which is passed over here, which is our updated one. So let's see how many cases have we passed on to now. Alright, so all these are passing: get last, get full, get full name, Bob Ross, Haskell Ross. Yep. So we need to do this one now. I'll just expand it so we can see this properly. So yep, this one's done. Get last name. Yep. Yep. Set first name. Yep. First plus. Oops. Yeah, I forgot to put the space here, which is essential for readability purposes. Just put them now. Set last name and last. Perfect. And now, how we gonna? So let me just check how many tests are passing now. Okay, so it's looking pretty good, right? So get full get full name of Haskell Ross is passing. Yep, Bob Ross as well. Perfect. So now we need to work on the get full method, but after uh, we set the last name to Haskell, and this will be done by saying the full name. So how we gonna set the full name? So remember, we need in order to achieve this Haskell query, we need to do this first. Alright, so in this case, our we need to update our first and last name with the past and full names. Alright, so let's do that. So full name, no, so first and last is equal to this past and full name. Alright, okay. So at the moment we have done this part here. So it says that get full name should return Haskell query after Bob set full name has updated the name. So which we have done here. So in this one, first and last is being, I mean, full name. The updated full name is being assigned to the original first and last, which is essentially updating the old parameter here. Alright, so this should do it, and we don't need this last return statement at all. Alright, let's see if we pass the test. This should be right. Oh no, we haven't passed the test. Where did I go wrong? get full name should return Haskell query after Bob set last name. So set last name, I think I messed up in set last name. So in this one, I've given a function last, yep, and then first and last. Oh, my bad. Because this was supposed to be the first name, so first and last is equal to first name and then last name, which is right. So I need to give in the first name here, which is at the index 0. Now it should hopefully be finished. Perfect. Alright, just to explain to you guys really briefly now what we did. So in order to change, I mean, in order to get the values of the original argument pass, which is Bob Ross, we just use this parameter, which is first and last, and split it there into an array and played with this index by using the bracket notation. Okay, same as this one. So here we access the first index and here we access the second index for last name. And then when we wanted to set the first name, I mean a new value of the first name, then we simply passed in the parameter here for the set first name method and then updated this original first and last name with the new first name. Alright, and concatenated the last name, the original last name here. Alright, similarly to this, similar with this one as well, we concatenated the first name with the last name and updated the value of the original first and last name, first and last parameter, which is here. Alright, and to get the full name, we simply passed in the full name and then updated full name the full names, which is the updated first and last name to the original first and last name. So the new full name became the first and last. Alright, hope you guys understood this pretty good and have a clear idea of how to use methods um, to access the arrays. Okay, and until next time, have fun coding and I'll see you tomorrow.